Hello, thank you very much for joining this session where we're going to be talking about two master's courses in our Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. And those courses are Flood and Coastal Engineering with Project Risk Management and Flood and Coastal Engineering with Infrastructure Design. My name's Tina, I'm from the marketing team at Brunel, and I'm joined today by Pedro Martin-Moreta, who is the course director of both those courses. Hi, Pedro.
Hi, Tina.
Would you like to start off by giving us a bit of background about yourself, about your academic bio?
Yes,
Please.
thank you, Tina. Yeah, I did my MNs in Spain more than 30 years ago. I started to work in flood and coastal engineering in 2000, and I did research stage in the UK and in Portugal. In 2014, I arrived to the UK and I started teaching in the UK system. Since 2008, I have been co-leading the flood and coastal engineering program together with the Environment Agency and HL Wallingford. And this year we are starting the new MSc without this collaboration.
I see. And so Brunel has been teaching about flood and coastal management for quite a long time, but these two courses were new for 2023. So can you give us just an overview of the two courses and explain why we offer those two pathways? Because they're basically the same course, but with different optional pathways.
Yes, thank you, Tina. Yes, the experience with the previous master in flood and coastal engineering is that most of the professionals, they are requesting for project management. So we have opened these two routes for those who want to work to the accreditation of the ICE as a civil engineers, chartered civil engineers, and those who prefer the route of management.
Thank you. So there is some flexibility on the study modes for both these courses. Can you run through the difference in terms of the student experience of full-time, part-time, January start, September start, staged masters, etc.?
Yes, of course. We have September starters and January starters, and we have three different ways to complete the master. There is full-time, the typical route, and part-time or stage. The difference between part-time is in 2 years, and stage master is in 3 years, completing the modules in year 1, in year 2, and the dissertation in year 3, for those who are working in industry or in governmental bodies or in other companies.
So the stage masters is aimed at people who are working full-time?
Yes, so they have to come to the university only 1 day per week,
right,
and then complete the dissertation on their own.
I see, thank you. There's also a bit of flexibility on the entry requirements. I know the standard requirement is a 2-2 in civil engineering or similar, but sometimes work experience is taken into account. Do you have any examples of that?
Yes, we have considered that there are many professionals that maybe they don't have a BEng, and we have opened the option to join the master after 3 years of relevant experience if they have completed the IEng and they are EEng for the IC. So once they have 3 years of relevant experience in the area, they can apply and join the master.
It's worth saying that there are very often scholarships available to students wishing to enrol on this course. For 2025 starters, however, they're not ready yet, so I won't be able to go into them in this interview. So please look at the scholarship page on the Brunel website if you're thinking of making an application, just to see if there are any scholarships on there that you may be eligible to apply for. So let's move on now to talk about the content of the course. Could you just run through the compulsory modules for each of the pathways?
Yeah, the modules that they are in common, they are hydrology and hydraulics, that they cover a basic knowledge about hydraulics, that they are useful for flood and coastal engineering. We have Sustainable Europe Infrastructure Project and Climate Change and Environment. Another particular module is Flood and Coastal Asset Management and Smart and Resilient Flood and Coastal Engineering, where we are going to cover general aspects of flood and coastal engineering, and we are going to explain the main tools that they are useful for both engineering and the management route. An interesting module is Research Methods and Professional Development, where you will learn how to develop a good research for the master dissertation, and also how to work in your professional development training courses, how to do presentations, and all the important areas, practical areas that you will need for getting a job. The civil engineering dissertation is the core module, is 60 credits, and in this module you have to develop on your own a research project based on flood and coastal engineering. There are two modules that they are different in the two routes. For the engineering design route, you have environmental engineering with artificial intelligence, where you will be using artificial intelligence for design in engineering, and advanced flood and coastal engineering design, where you will learn to use numerical modeling, GIS, and advanced tools for design. At the same time, you have options for the management route, that they are flood and coastal risk management, where you will learn to analyze the risk in an area of flood and coastal erosion. And then project management or project risk management, that they will be useful to you to analyze the risk of a civil engineering project.
Thank you. Can you give some examples of interesting dissertation topics that have been submitted?
Yeah, thank you, Tina. Yeah, we have very interesting topics that we have developed in the past and we are offering still in this year. They are about using numerical modeling for flood risk assessment or coastal risk assessment. We have interesting topics about climate change and adaptation in the coastal areas and in the river areas, natural flood management, sustainable urban drainage systems. We can use the lab. We have a facility for pervious pavement and other sustainable urban drainage systems. And we have another flume that we can develop some experiments that they have been done in the past and they are going to be published. We have also a collaboration with an area close to our university where we are developing field analysis as well about natural flood management and leaky dams, numerical modeling, artificial intelligence. All these topics are very popular now, and we are offering all these topics in our dissertations.
Thank you. And can you describe a typical week for one of your full-time students in terms of time spent being taught, lab, private study?
Yes, we have a flexible timetable. We have 2 days a week in the university, Mondays and Tuesdays. Also Thursday for the professional development, for the research methods and professional development course and the civil and the master dissertation. And this is both the 2 times. Wednesdays and Fridays, they are usually free for self-study. And if you are doing the master as part-time, you only need to come to the university 1 or 2 days per week at the most.
Thank you. And finally, can you give some examples of the kind of careers that graduates of flood and coastal engineering have gone into?
Yes. We have our previous students, they have gotten jobs in industry, in companies related with flood and coastal engineering, but mainly in the government. The Environment Agency is requesting a number of professionals with expertise and knowledge in flood and coastal engineering, and they have a lot of vacancies, and also the local councils, they are local flood authorities, and they need civil engineers or masters with knowledge in flood and coastal engineering for drainage systems and flood risk alleviation.
How about any international students who've gone to work in other parts of the world?
We have had some international students in the past. Some of them, they have gotten jobs here in the UK, and some others, they have gone to their countries and they are working in different industries.
Thank you. This course has the same accreditation as all of our civil engineering courses at Brunel. It's an unusual one, though. Could you explain it to us, please?
Yes, of course. We have all of our masters. They are accredited by the Joint Board of Moderators, the JBN, that include Institution Civil of Engineers, Structural Institution of Engineers, and other important institutions in the UK, and also the CIWEN, the Institution of Water in Engineering Management. This is important for national students because if they have completed a BEng, an undergraduate BEng in civil engineering, which is accredited, they can get the chartership for the ICE without academic assessment. For international students, having completed a master which is accredited by the JBN will help them to find a better job in the future in the UK.
Thanks. So that's covered most of the questions that we tend to get asked by prospective students. But if you've been watching and there's something that we haven't addressed that you'd like to know, please send us an email to our inquiries inbox. The address is enquiries@brunel.ac.uk. And if you write Flood and Coastal Engineering on your email, then it will be forwarded straight to Pedro, who will reply to you.
Thank you, Tina. Yes,
Okay.
please, we wait your questions.
Yes, look forward to hearing from you. Thanks very much, Pedro, for joining me, and
you.
thanks very much for watching.